This week, a few things have happened. A few things have happened. Mainly, they've been arguing about the debate and the rules, and how the debate's going to happen. The original debate with Joe Biden and Trump that we all remember that pretty much ruined Joe Biden's career. It was no crowd. The mics were turned off while the other person was talking. And, oh, you can hear it there. And they were sitting down, right? So this debate, apparently, Kamala Harris team wanted Trump to have the mics on. The only reason I think that is because they want Trump to try to ruin himself and say something stupid on camera, right? So there was an argument about that for a couple of days, and then they moved the mics to being turned off like how it originally was, which is what I think it should be, because that was the original rules, right? So that was the main story this week of that everyone's been talking about is like, oh, the debate where the mics be turned off, where they be turned on. Why does Harris want the mics on? Me personally, I think Harris wants the mics on, A, because she wants Trump to hang himself. She wants him to say something stupid and have the other side hear it. She wants him to interrupt her, say something probably sexist, say something racist, make fun of her, and then the American people get to see that, right? Strategy, you get it. You're trying to do for the best of your person. But the mic should be turned off because that was the rules before, and the Democrats switched the rules for the mics to even be turned off because they were trying to help Sleepy Joe, right? So now we have the mic situation licked out. It looks like they're going to do the mics. Now this newest story is Harris and Waltz are to sit down with CNN for exclusive first joint interview since campaign began. Now, before I get to this today, we're talking about this. We're talking about Mark Zuckerberg, the dude that made Facebook, the dude that owns Meta, talking about the Democratic Party censoring Facebook. We're talking about, I don't even know if I'm going to talk about it or not, but we have a story of like RFK Jr., who's supporting Trump, apparently carrying a fucking whale head on his fucking truck, which is, I will say, that's fucking insane. But a lot of the stories are themed around, maybe this is just for my Twitter, social media, Google search themes have been, but a lot of the themes today are around the Democratic Party completely controlling the media to do weird shit. It is in fucking insane to me. And I've just been seeing it in the last 4 days. So now there's a push on both sides, but there is this push to make the Democrats look bad. But the push looks so much more natural than the pushes the Democratic Party tries to paint. Now let's get specifically to this. Harrison wants to sit down with CNN for exclusive first joint interview since campaign began. This is absolutely fucking disgusting to me. So basically this is what it is. Everyone's been talking about, right? Kamala needs to do a fucking interview. I think this article says it. It's been 37 days. Yeah, it's been 37 days since Biden dropped out. And let's just pick this article together, and I'll just talk. How long is this? We're at 12 minutes. I'll go to 20 minutes on this. And can I get rid of this? Okay. I'll go to 20 minutes on this. It's been 37 days since Joe Biden dropped out. And immediately, pretty much 2 days after Joe Biden dropped out, the Democratic Party wrapped their hands around Kamala. Now, I didn't think they were going to do that. They did it. I was wrong about that. Cool, it's Kamala. She just got officially announced last week at the DNC, right? So, for the 35 or 25 days that she was the nominee before the DNC, no interviews, no nothing. She has no policies that were talked about, and everyone was okay with it. This is normal. This is okay. She just became the president or the presidential nominee. She wasn't vice president for a little bit. Give her some time. This is how things usually go. It's not how things usually fucking go, because the nominee is picked a year beforehand, and when it was Trump who did it, before that it was Obama, and those are the two that I looked back and did the research on, because those are the ones where I was alive and can even remember hearing him speak. I should do more, I know. But Obama he was a senator for years, and he named that he was going to be running for president in 2007, a year before, campaigned for a year before the primary even started. Trump, same thing. So it's not what usually happens. But okay, you tell me that she was vice president This was a sudden thing that happened. She didn't expect to be president, and she got thrown into the thing. She got thrown into the fire. So give her some time to come together with what she wants to do. She's making all this happen at once. She has to go through the campaign trail. She has to speak to voters. She has to plan her thing. The last thing that she has to worry about is getting an interview done. And this is what I'm hearing from people when I post. Like, people are calling, like, when I post, like, clips and stuff, in my opinion, people are, like, calling me an idiot and stuff. When I'm like, Kamala needs to speak, right? Fuck it. Okay. It's been so long, or it's been so quick since she got it. We're gonna give her some grace. We're gonna give her some time. She just became the nominee. It's a lot going on. It's a rush. She doesn't planning on being president. Now she has to figure out how to separate herself from Joe Biden, who she was with for the last 4 years, and make her seem like her own person while also staying with it. It's a tight line she has to walk, and everything's moving fast. Let's give her that grace. This is the president of the United fucking States that she's trying to be, but let's give her some grace on figuring out her policies and how she wants to speak to America. Got it. Okay. Everyone's saying wait to the DNC. Okay. DNC happened, right? I never did a show about it, which was so fucking wrong of me. All vibes. And they were great vibes. They had so many people talking. They made it funny. They made it cool. They were trying to tap into Gen Z. They made a lot of fun of Donald Trump. Some people said they focused too much on Donald Trump. That's a conversation for another day. They had great speeches. Then on the last day, Kamala gave a speech that I thought was good, based on her biography, based on vibes, and a little bit of policy. And the one thing that not the one thing, but one of the first things that I thought after that is, where the fuck is the interview? But then I also thought to myself, watching the DNC, getting an idea of what their strategy is with Kamala, where you want her in front of as less amount of people as possible, and you're not running a policy campaign, but you're running a vibe campaign. I said I wouldn't be surprised if we never see an interview, and nobody will be mad at it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I said I won't be surprised if we never see an interview from her, and I won't be mad at it, because that's what they're doing, and it's purposeful, right? And as I'm talking right now, this may be fucking more insulting than not fucking doing an interview at all. So a week after the DNC ends, tonight at 9 p.m., Kamala Harris is going to have an interview with Tim fucking Walz, her vice president candidate, at the same time. You know the other interview they did? What the fuck? They interviewed each other. They did an interview with each other. I didn't even watch this shit. They talked about tacos, music, and the future of America. Bro. We're idiots, bro. This is like, bro, this is it, bro. This is like, bro, no one sees the president, the woman trying to be president of the United States. And it's not even gender, because it's not about that. The person trying to be president of the United States has had 2 serious sit-down interviews. One of them is preparing tonight. One of them is with her fucking vice president, talking about tacos, music in the future. I know you can hear my wheezing. In the future of America. And the other one is she can't do anything without Tim Walz. You can't, bro, they sent Joe Biden up there by himself to talk to George Stephanopoulos and like 2 other people alone. They got Joe Biden prepared for that. Kamala Harris can't do an interview by herself without... This is fucking insane. And you know what the most insane part to me is? No Democrat, like no far left people. And I would say weird, because I'll just say it out here. I'm voting Kamala because Trump is in... But bro, when it wasn't a lot of policy, I was like, okay. Then the DNC happened, and the vibes were strong. The Black Power was strong. The new America that we're trying to do, the America for all. Do not hate your neighbor. This is a country together. We shouldn't be going off divisiveness and fear and hate that Trump. Like, I loved all those messages from the DNC. They had me rocking, bro. They had me from being like in the middle, because I've been in the middle of Kamala. Like, I don't know how I feel about her since she came in. The DNC made me go from being in the middle with Kamala to my friends to be in the group chat like, yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, like, we're going Kamala. And I was going to be okay if she didn't do an interview, or if she just did an interview by herself that was clearly just a hit out of the park, because that's what the plan is for the campaign. They don't want her in front of anybody for whatever reason, whether they think she won't look good, whether they think she'll answer questions bad, whatever the answer is, they don't want her around people. So I was like, okay, we're not going to get the interview. But then you come out with this. This is fucking insane. This is a grown woman who is a general, a district attorney, attorney general of a former attorney general, and the vice president of the United States. She can't do an interview alone without her vice president, Tim Walz. And they're doing it with Dana Bash on CNN. This is basically like having my mom interview me about why I like chicken fingers. It's the easiest interview in the world. This is like taking your first grade cousin and putting him on a podcast and asking him why he likes the color green. This couldn't be more easier for the kid. And it's pre-recorded. It's not even live. They sent Joe Biden. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. They didn't, like, come on, bro. Come on, cuz. Come on, cuz. She's like 60, bro. Come on, cuz. Come on, bro. The Democrats are low-key dirt. Like, bro, come on, cuz. What? They sent Joe Biden. That nigga 80. They sent Joe Biden up there to do an interview alone. Why couldn't you send Joe? Bro. Someone's got to say it, bro. All right, let's calm myself down. Like, what's the spin, right? What are the Democrats? What's the argument going to be for having Kamala? We're at 21 minutes. What's the argument going to be in positivity for why it makes sense to have Kamala not be able to do an interview with? Like, this is actually frustrating to me, because it's like we are idiots, because no one's going to be... Come on, bro. It's going to air at 9 on Thursday. It occurs as the candidates embark on a bus tour through the battleground state of Georgia and marks the first time Harris has sat with a journalist for an in-depth, on-the-record conversation since Joe Biden dropped out on July 21st. The 37 days since her candidacy began have generated a swell of enthusiasm and momentum for Harris, including last week's DNC. Her lack of former news conference or interviews has generated criticism from her Republican rivals. Thursday's interview fulfills a vow she made early in August to schedule a sit-down before the end of the month. This is disgusting. With the interview, Harris's extraordinary, truncated campaign is entering a new... And I'm looking at what the fuck does this mean, bro? I'm pissed. Like, why is she doing, bro? Cut short. All right. Strict schedule looks like... Extraordinary truncated campaign is entering a new post-convention phase. Her team is anticipating more scrutiny as she and Walz enter the final weeks before early voting begins. Harris has also been preparing for a September 10th debate with her Republican... Bro, I don't care, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck if she's busy, bro. This is what this looks like they're trying to tell me, is she's been busy and she's trying to get stuff done for us because she has so much going on. Like, thank you, Kamala. Hold on, I'm trying to be of the other perspective of why this is okay, of why you should be able to do this. This is fucking insane. Over the past several weeks, Harris has responded to some shouted questions from reporters as she campaigns in battleground states. This is fucking crazy. Shit, Pelosi might be fried. Oh, no, that's for something else. Okay. She also set for 3 interviews with content creators and influencers during the DNC last week. An example of her campaign's belief that voters, especially young voters, are getting their news from less traditional news sources. Let me click on this link. Influencers get prime DNC access as part of Harris's campaign strategy. At some point, we are going to the border. Harris said in the interview. Let's see. Okay. Example of Kansas, yeah. that has done little to dampen criticism issued most sharply by the Republican vice presidential nominee, J.D. Vance, for going more than a month as the Democratic Party standard bearer without facing the scrutiny that comes with a sit-down interview with a journalist. Vance and Trump have held numerous media availabilities during the same time. Bro, this is dirty. I think it's really disgraceful both for Kamala Harris but also for a lot of the American media that participates in this stuff to have a person who has been the presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party for 17 days and refuses to take a single question from the American media. Then said in Wisconsin earlier this month. Some of Vance and Trump's media interests have presented problems for both candidates, with Vance trying to explain past statements he made about childish women and Trump questioning Harris's racial identity. But isn't that the... Okay. So it's strategic, right? I get that. I get that it is a strategic decision to not put her on camera. I get it's a strategic decision to not put her on camera, to not have her running around doing interviews, because Vance and Trump are doing the exact opposite, and they're putting their foots in their mouth and fucking themselves up with the more that they talk, and talk wrong, in my opinion. But it's like, would you really, do you not, you know that it's manipulation, and you know that they're doing it to try to win the vote. Why don't you care? Why does, and this is me talking to the far left, because I'm on your guys' side, but I'm not far left. And again, I'm not for the unfair criticism of Kamala, but why does this strategy where she doesn't want to talk to the American people because she's afraid that if she talks to the American people more, that it will hurt her chances of being president? Why doesn't that worry you? Why aren't you able to say, the strategy makes sense and it's working, but she's doing it? Why would that be a strategy for the president of the United States? Is it not crazy to anybody else that your strategy is to not talk to the American people, to only have performed outlaid shit that's written out for you, and only talk about that and talk to people in these very constructed ways? Like, if you're trying to win, I get it, and that is a good strategy because it's working, but as you, the voter, does that not scare you that she doesn't want to talk on camera live? And I'm not going to put more fucking things on it. Like, okay, I'm not going to be mad that it's CNN, but it's like, fucking CNN, but okay. And this article is like saying, yeah, but she's had so much to do. Yeah, but when Trump and Vance are over here talking, they're putting their foot in their mouth and they're fucking it up but they're talking though. And when you're talking, you put your foot in your mouth, at least we, the American people, are able to see what the difference is. Like, I need to talk to somebody, bro. This is insane to me. I just don't get it. I get it, but I don't get why so many people get it and are okay with it and are fighting for it. I want these people honestly in their heads. I want to talk to them because I get it in social media and public. We have to support family. Like, you get the thing. It's not family, but like you can't go out in public and your brother's wrong and just say in front of everybody that your brother's wrong. At least I'm not doing that. We're going to wait till we get back in the crib, and then it's like, you were fucked up. So I get you in public on social media, you want to go comma. But when you are like with your other far left friends and it's just you guys, what the fuck are you saying to each other? Because this is insane. Can she really not? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? 80-year-old Joe Biden, because let's get to the point. The Democrats are fucking shady when it comes to the media. They're pulling strings. Whether you like both sides push. Okay, both sides try to pull the media strings. For some reason, the Democrats are so much better at it. They're so much more better at it. Maybe more insidious. That's a fact. Okay? They're so much better at it. I forget the point I was on. I just don't get how people are so calm about this. Presented problems for both candidates, with Vance having to explain past statements. These are exactly the kinds of unforced media errors that... I get it, bro. The interviewer presented Harris with the first chance to elucidate her position. Bro, just say the fucking word. Clarify. to clarify her position on various domestic and foreign sorry issues during a campaign that has so far been heavy on vibes but light on concrete policy. She will also have a chance if she chooses to explain how her position it's just so frustrating, bro. So many other things. Why can't you talk to the American people, bro? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Previous major interviews have presented a challenge for Harris. During a 2021 sit-down with NBC's Lester Holt, Harris responded with annoyance when asked why she had not visited the U.S.-Mexico border as part of her assignment to investigate root causes of migration in Central and South America. At some point, we are going to the border, Harris said in the interview. We've been to the border, so this whole thing about the border, we've been... Bro... More recent interviews have shown Harris on steadier ground in the moments following the disastrous June 27th debate that would eventually torpedo Biden's hopes for a second term. Harris sat for an interview with CNN's Anderson Cooper and presented a defense. I don't know. All I have to say is, bro, all the Democrats, bro, I just really, genuinely, I'm coming to you from the side, I want understanding. Why does it not bother you that she refuses to sit down for an interview? And then when she does, after 37 days after the Democratic National Convention, which I still think was morally weird for someone that wants to be president, but strategically good for someone that wants to win and is doing it slow. But now, yeah, she didn't do it. She waited to the DNC, waited for almost 40 days. Now afterwards, she has an interview, and she does it with basically the news corporation of the Democrats, her news corporation, and she does it with her vice president pick in a pre-recorded interview. She wants to, bro, I just want that question answered. Why do you guys, what's the answer for that? And if I hear this is normal, if I hear that she's been rushed and there's a lot of things that she has to do, if I hear that I'm just being some weird coon or something, I think you're giving a lot of credit to the person that wants to lead the United States. And this isn't even a fucking woman thing. Bro, this isn't even a woman thing. I don't bro, it's like a quality of being able to do the job thing that I'm nervous about. She's scared to say the wrong thing to us. She's scared that if she shows us herself live and just off the cuff with someone that doesn't have a job to make her look good, but a job to make the American people see what she wants, she's scared that if she's scared or her campaign is scared or they're both scared that if she does that, we won't like her, we won't vote for her. And when I say we, I mean America. People on the left and people in the middle. And of course, people on the right, they already don't. If you heard that, I'm not gonna run from it. I just farted. Morning coffee. Who gives a fuck? But it's weird. It's weird. I've never seen anything this it's just weird. Let's move on to another story that's basically just the same thing about how Democrats control the fucking media. Let's